How's it going, everybody? Doing a video games pickup vid here today. I was back on Long Island, New York, last week. My fiance was supposed to go herself, and then I got news that a friend's had a family member pass, and I ended up going up as well for the funeral and the mass. And I was up there, it sucks to go, the circumstances going up sucks, but it was good to see everybody again. But I did go, there's a book off in Massapequa now, that's where I was, that's where originally, well, people on my other channel would know this, most of you probably came from that channel. But those of you who didn't, I originally was in Massapequa, then out in Islip in New York, and then now down here in North Carolina. But I was staying at one friend's in Massapequa. And they have a book off there now, which I'm pretty sure it is a Japanese chain, but they have some now here. I know there's like 3 now and 4 in New York, a couple I think on the West Coast in California. I think a few other places as well. I don't know how many there are total, maybe 10, 12. Of course, Massapequa ends up with one, but my friend's like, yeah, it's a cool place. He was telling me about it actually when they were down here in September. I went there and I was like, I think I got games, CDs, Blu-rays, movies, DVDs, records, books, and some figurines and stuff, toys, Pokemon cards. They have the Japanese like capsule machines as well, which I was tempted to get some stuff, but nothing was really catching my eye. But they have a ton of Super Famicom games, and I assume they are shipping them over from Japan because there's no way these places here would just have an abundance of these things, because there was probably like, and a lot of Famicom as well, and Japanese Nintendo 64 games also, and Game Boy stuff. But there was like, each little thing, it was like a little drawer, had at least 10 to 12 games in it, and they had like, God, there had to be about 15 drawers of them, 20 maybe even, something like that. I don't know the exact count. So well over 100 of these games. I was going through all of them, trying to find stuff, because I do have Super Famicom games. I'll probably do a collection on it now, maybe with my Super Nintendo ones as well. And I've been picking them up over the years, a couple ones, because they're cheaper. The Japanese versions are cheaper than the American versions of these Super Nintendo games. So stuff like Area 88 UN Squadron is cheaper. ActRaiser, some you can't, like, I want to learn to read the text, because the Final Fantasies, the Dragon Quest games and stuff are like $8 a piece. But the problem is it's so much text that if you can't read it, you're not gonna be able to play it. These other games though are playable regardless. But anyway, and I also have another pickup I had got from eBay for the original Xbox, so I'll show that one first. But that is that came yesterday. Legacy of Kain Defiance. This is a good price. I think I was watching it, and then the person came with an offer, and I was like, I gotta take it. There's a little bit of damage to that looks like now it's on the case, that sticker, but a little damage to the plastic of the case, but whatever. Disc is, it's got scratches, but nothing severe. I love this game back when it came out. You're playing as Kain here and Raziel on this one. This is the last game of the Legacy of Kain series. There's a Soul Reaver ones with Raziel, and he's also in, I think he's in all of them. Kain. Is Kain, I don't necessarily know if Kain is, I'm trying to think of Soul Reaver 1. I know at the beginning of Soul Reaver, the first Soul Reaver, Kain throws you, you're a vampire, so he throws you into this pit that like deteriorates you, and the Elder God saves you. I don't know if I can't remember if you fight him though at the end or how it goes. I know you're chasing him. I don't know if maybe you fight him and he escapes. I don't know. But Blood Omen 2 are the Kain ones, and then you use them both in this one. But I enjoyed the hell of this game that came out. Some of the best voice acting you'll ever come across in a game. So happy to get this, and the price was solid. Alright, so the rest there, I'll show the a Game Boy game I had gotten. The second day, I went to this place 3 times. My friend's like, you going back there again? Because I walk right over there. I'm walking, I get to walk to town, and I'll go over there again. But I was waffling. I ended up going with this, but I had F-Zero, Pilot Wings I was looking at, but those are not that much more expensive than their U.S. counterparts, so I didn't go with those. But I ended up getting this, which is Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. for the original Game Boy. I do have the first Super Mario Land, also the Japanese version for the original Game Boy. I can play them on my Game Boy Advance. I couldn't play Super Mario Land on the Retron Square, which was disappointing. So I don't know if it's just you can't play the Japanese carts on there or what. Or it's just one they don't play because some games can't be played on there. But definitely cool to have this because if you want, this was $9. All of the games from Book Off are $9 except one. They all have this doesn't. This was in a little baggie, so the price is on there. I think I actually, yeah, it was in here. But definitely happy to have this as well. It's completely playable. So that's nice. And like I said, you get the US version of this is like $35. $9, much better. Oh, I forgot to grab the one. Hold on. I was actually playing this game. Sorry about that. But that is, I'll show it first. It is Sailor Moon, $8.99. It's got some Japanese writing on the back. This is a beat 'em up with Sailor Moon characters. I am not familiar with Sailor Moon, but I knew it was beating 'em up, and I was like, oh, my fiance might like it. She was a big Sailor Moon fan when she was a kid. It's pretty fun. I was playing some of it. You know, basic side-scrolling beat 'em up. You just punch at enemies. You can use between 5 different characters. The one I was using, you could do like an elbow drop, jump, an elbow drop, or a drop kick, and you have basic attacks, and you have like a special attack as well. I think I got up to the 3rd level. And it's pretty fun though. Basic beat 'em up, $9, and compared to eBay, this $9 is a really good price as well. Because usually, even on because I've gotten all my other ones came from eBay, and they're always cheaper, but all of the games I got here are cheaper than the counterparts online, which is nice. But I'll keep playing this one as well. I had to get it because it was $8, $9. I'm not sure the save battery works though, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to figure out the soldering situation and get a new battery for some of these. Super Mario World, got it because it was $9. Just wanted it. It's usually $15 to $20. The US version. It's classic Super Mario World. I just kind of wanted it. The Super Famicom cassette. It's Super Mario World's classic. They introduced Yoshi in this one. Super fun game. All these work too. It was funny. I was in there and they're like, oh, you have 30 days if you want to bring them back to return them or whatever if they don't work. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to be here. My friend was like, if they're not working, just send them back to me with a receipt. I was like, but they all do work. A few took more times. I had to clean the bottom here, the cart, with the rubbing alcohol. Might as well do this one. This was the $19 one. I found this one the 3rd day. I was looking for the Sailor Moon one again because I couldn't find it the 2nd day. I saw it the first. I'm like, I should have put these up at the front or something so I could see them. But I came across this one. This is a Twinbee Rainbow Adventure. Played some of this. Looks really nice. The Twinbee games are typically shoot 'em ups, but this one's a side scroller with the Twinbees. I guess they are the Twinbees. I don't know what they actually are, but you can use one of those 3 characters there. Pretty fun so far. I saw it graphically. It looked nice. I didn't play a ton of it. I only threw it on and played for like 5 minutes. These are a little discolored and stuff, but whatever. Like I said, I was not expecting this one because I was looking at Mario All-Stars as well. And I was thinking maybe I'll get F-Zero again, but then I could find a Sailor Moon one, and then I came across this one. I was like, crap, I'm just getting this. But definitely cool. And then here's just regular old Poppin' Twinbee, which is the shooter. These are on the NES as well. This cart, out of all of them, is in the best shape. It's like barely any discoloration on this one. But this is another $9 one. Fun. This is another one that looks gorgeous. It's fun. Shoot 'em up. It plays well. You're throwing bombs and stuff. All weird looking enemies. You shoot the little bells, and you get different power ups as they change color and stuff. It's a cool game. You can play this 2-player as well, which I don't think I will be. But I was happy. This is the first one I got the first day I was there. I should have just grabbed all this the first time, but that's how I am. This was super fun. What I was playing of it, and I saw this. I was like, "Oh, nice!" knew exactly what it was and picked it up. And the last one here is Gomon, I think. It's Legend of the Mystical Ninja, I think. They had the second one there, too. 3 Konami games. But this one is a little more text-heavy, but it is an action game. I was playing it briefly and running around beating up dudes and stuff, but I don't know if there's any more, like, things where I'm going to have to make decisions on dialogue. Like, ActRaiser was a game where there's a couple points where you have to actually have dialogue choices randomly. It's usually it's actually always during the world building part of ActRaiser. If you've never played ActRaiser, it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and then you're like building towns up and like SimCity type style stuff. Awesome game. The second one eliminated that world building stuff. But anyway, this seemed pretty fun. So I'm interested to go back and play all of these. Actually, this one was $8.99. Apparently, it looked like the sticker behind it was $9, and then they dropped it a penny. But yeah, I think I got the 6 of these games for, I think it was $70 total. So not bad for that, because the one was $19. I'm counting tax as well, so was it 9, 18, 27, 36, 45? Oh no, it had to be less. No, 55. Yeah, with the tax, it would have been 70, maybe a little under. But happy with those pickups. Like obviously, but we're going back there in May. We have to go back for a wedding, so I'll be part time when I'm there, hanging out. My fiance's families, and then like the second half, I'll probably hang out with my friends and stuff. So I'll probably get back there because I was looking. I mean, I think a lot of these games will still be there. I don't know how many people are picking up these Super Famicom games. But they have all 3 of the Donkey Kong games there, which are all cheaper as well. I have 2 for the Super Famicom, but they have the first and the third. The first is $9. The third is like 18. They had Final Fight 2 there. I have gotten that one, but that was a good price too. That was only $9 too. I might pick up the F-Zero. There's a couple copies of that. There was some other. There's the second one of these. There was some other ones too. I got to look at more of the other games and see what are like beat 'em ups and what are ones that I could play, no problem. But they have all the Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6. A couple of different Dragon Quest games as well. Super Mario RPG, which that's why I want to kind of learn to at least try to read the basics of it to where I can understand some of it. Because it's like awesome to have that. Because Final Fantasy 6, which was released here, is 3. And then eventually they re-released them on like the PlayStation stuff as 6 here. Game Boy Advance got one as well. The Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 2 for the Super Nintendo, it was like $50, $60, $70 games just for the cart, $9. But the problem is if you can't read it, you're not reading anything. So I'm not going to pick it. I'm almost tempted just to get one just to have it. But they're also very cheap on eBay as well, so there's not really any difference there. Maybe $1. Not one that matters. If I was just like, screw it, I'll pick one up before then. But a lot of sport games as well, a lot of horse racing games, some casino type games. What else did they have there? NBA All-Star Challenge, they had that Japanese version of that. Super WrestleMania. There was a ton. Like I said, there was a ton. Some Super Scope games, which obviously are unplayable. Mario Paint. There's like 15 Mario Paints, which I think you need the mouse for. And a bunch of other games as well. I need to next time probably check out the Famicom games as well. But very happy with these pickups, and thanks for checking this out. And have a good day.